Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lizzie and in today's video we're talking about the karmic debt number 14. If you don't know whether or not you have this karmic debt number, I will leave two videos linked down below. Mercury retrograde has had me today, I'm telling you guys. I will leave two videos linked down below, one talking about your personality numbers, it's whether or not it's located in there, and one talks about karmic debt numbers in general, what they mean, how to find out if you have one, and what they mean depending on where they're located in your personal numbers as well. So go and check those two out first if you don't know about karmic debt numbers. But what does 14 mean? What does karmic debt number 14 mean? It means that in a previous lifetime, you probably abused your freedom. You probably avoided commitment and responsibility like the plague. You probably did not want to face up to any expectations, or you just wanted to avoid hard work as well for some, and just emotional healing, any emotional confrontation or anything like that, and so you avoided that. It's very likely that these types of things carry through into your life today, into your current lifetime, because as I mentioned that in my karmic debt numbers video, we do that. We fail to notice that certain things are occurring. We fail to notice our karmic debt, and so they reoccur lifetime after lifetime until we finally get it and they're cleared. So if you're here today, awesome, because you're one step closer to healing it. So what does it mean? It means that you probably embody a lot of the energies of the lower vibration of the number 5, the 1 and the 4 obviously making the 5. So again, you will struggle with commitment issues. You will struggle with escapism. You will struggle with things like smoking, drinking, exercise, eating, TV, working out, work, whatever that is for you. You will escape your life and responsibilities somehow, some way. You are probably very flaky or very flighty in terms of relationships. You may jump from relationship to relationship, from job to job, hobby to hobby, very changeable or very adaptable. Or you can be the exact flip side of this and you don't like change, you don't like growth, you don't like expansion. These things are very fearful for you and you like the safety of your comfort zone. It can be a mix of both of these things as well. You may struggle to express yourself, whether this is creatively or verbally, or if you are actually good at expressing yourself, you may find that you have people around you who suppress you in some way, who knock you down, who make you feel as though your words or your art, however that implies for you, is not good enough or important, blah blah blah. Again, just understand this is all to do with that karmic debt. You may struggle with things like social anxiety, shyness in general, struggle to meet new people, to put yourself out there. 5 is very, very adventurous. It loves freedom. It loves new experiences. And so obviously the lower vibration of that is, again, wanting to stay in that safe haven, wanting to stay in that comfort zone. Insecurities and self-doubt issues, self-worth issues, fear of the unknown. So these are all things that must be recognized. 5s as well, or 14s as well, may also have a tendency to give up on goals, on responsibilities. Like I said, be a little bit flighty, jumping from one to the other. It may not always be that you lose interest, but that you have just given up. You are not getting where you want to get to as fast as you are wanting to get to. Things may move very slow for you guys. One of the big lessons for you guys is to learn how to create some structure. Learn how to stick with things despite how slow they move, despite how, if it's something that you are passionate about, don't just give up on it so easily. That is what the 4 energy represents from the number 4, from the 4 out of the 14. You know, the 4 represents work, it represents commitment, dedication, and this is what you need to do. It represents structure and organisation, so you need to create some of this in your life somehow. You need to learn how to take some time before you make decisions. 5 energy can be very chaotic. It's very spontaneous, but then also could be very reckless. So learn to take time before you make decisions, before you hop from one job or one relationship, etc., to another. Take your time to ground yourself and make those decisions. I'm also like intuitively getting that some of you guys with this energy will be very quick to say things that you will later regret. Again, learn to slow down. 5 is very fast, very chaotic. Learn to slow down. Learn to sometimes bite your tongue. Learn to take a step back and balance out your head and your heart. Yeah, and create a healthy balance between your desire for freedom, your desire for change, or your fear of change, your fear of growth, and learn to create a healthy balance between it. If you have any addictions, again, smoking, drinking, blah, 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 heal those as well. They may be difficult for you, but this is again what's really going to help you clear this karmic debt, is healing any addictions that you have, and learning to channel your creativity. It's very likely that a lot of you guys are creative, have some sort of creative hobby that you like to do, or whether this is just within your work or whatever it is. Learn to channel that, especially if you can channel that for the greater good or for humanity. Like if you can do charity work, if you are an artist and you can sell some of your art for charity, for example, or even just, you know, learning to help out others in some way. Amazing for helping you clear this karmic debt, especially if it's with your creativity. Doesn't just have to be though. Yeah, and learn to express yourself in positive ways. Learn to not just again, some of you guys will either struggle with saying things that you'll later regret, and or struggle with biting your tongue and suppressing that and not saying what's truly on your mind, not saying how you're truly feeling, because again, that fear of that handling your emotions, that fear of, how do I word it, that of just dealing with your emotions, I suppose, and exposing those to other people and then having to deal with other people's emotions as well. So all of the karmic debt numbers have the number 1 in, and the number 1 represents the ego, represents the self. So all of the karmic debt numbers face challenges to do with the ego. It's going to be the ego that's going to tell you that you need to drink or smoke or blah, blah, blah. It's going to be the ego that tells you that you can't give it up. It's going to be the ego that tells you that you need to just drop one thing and start another. It's going to be the ego that makes you feel all out of balance in your mind and in your life. So it is a big, again, coming into balance, learning to slow down, learning to meditate, learning to just get into mindful practices in general. So this is what's going to be really beneficial for you guys. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I want to... Yeah, just learn to create some structure in your life. Learn to create some structure in your life, and get a little bit organised and try and see things through. Again, if things move slower than you want, just know that that's that karmic debt, and just persevere through those. Okay? Alright. I think that's all I've had to say on that subject, guys. Gosh, I've tried to film this about too many times. Mercury retrograde has had me today, like I said. So if you resonated with this video, then please hit that like button and subscribe. I have the rest of the 2 videos, number 16 and number 19, should be out pretty soon, if not this week, early next week, so stay tuned for those if you have either of those karmic debt numbers. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye guys.